Chapter 1. Desert Night. Most people don't realize how quiet the desert can be. Not just stillness. Quiet. A kind of heavy silence that swallows footsteps, flattens thoughts. I used to think it was peaceful. Now I know better. The Grand Canyon sits like a wound in the earth, miles wide, unimaginably deep. But most people only see the safe parts. The view from the tourist railings, the parts they are allowed to see. But there are other places. Places where helicopters circle at night with no lights, where whole ridges are blocked off by fences no one will claim. That's where I live, and this is where the museum sits. Chapter 2. Ridgeside Historical Archive. Officially, it's called the Ridgeside Historical Archive. Unofficially, it's a dump. A squat stone building out near the rim, partially buried by desert wind and time. One warped wooden sign, one metal security door. No streetlights for 20 miles. Nobody visits. There's no website. Not even a working landline. It's like someone built a museum, then forgot it existed. I work nights here, midnight to 8 a.m. Technically, I'm a contract security consultant. Realistically, I'm a guy who reads old books, microwaves gas station burritos, and stares at security monitors that rarely flicker. The owner, Mr. Lyle, is in his 80s. Oxygen tank, thick glasses, talks like he's constantly half remembering a dream. "You're not here to protect the artifacts," he told me once. "You're here to keep them from getting out." I thought he was joking. Chapter 3. A museum of ghosts. The museum isn't organized. It's like someone raided a dozen estate sales, grave sites, and military depots, then threw everything together. One hall has arrowheads and ancient Puebloan pottery. The next has Cold War radios and dinosaur fossils. There's even a case with what looks like a rusted fragment of the Hindenburg's frame. One display claims to have Abraham Lincoln's actual hat from the night he was shot. "Provenance unclear," the placard reads. "Believed to be real." It's a building made of almost truths. Historical residue. I used to joke that if someone made a museum of every lost object in American myth, it'd look exactly like this place. Now I'm not so sure it was a joke. Chapter 4. The book. I found it 2 weeks into the job. There's a storage annex behind the main halls. No cameras. Smells like rust and old paper. I was looking for a flashlight battery when I noticed it. A book wedged behind two crates labeled Miscellaneous. Do not display. The cover looked like it had scales, not leather, not rubber, actual reptilian texture, cold, uneven, smooth in one direction, sharp in the other, like a lizard's back. No title, no author, just a small carved symbol burned into the center, a spiral made of teeth. Inside, photographs, not illustrations, not recreations, photographs, dinosaurs. One showed a massive hadrosaur drinking from what looked like a desert river. Another showed a flock of feathered things sprinting between rock formations I recognized, the South Rim. But the last one stopped me cold. A helicopter. Modern. Barely visible. Caught in the corner of the frame. Behind it, something large, bigger than the chopper, blurred by motion. The photo was dated 1902. Chapter 5. Marcus. Marcus lives in an RV behind a vape shop in town. Used to work for National Geographic before he blew the whistle on something he won't talk about. He does freelance analysis now. Photos, forgeries, metadata, stuff no one else wants to touch. I brought him the photo, the one with the hadrosaur. He didn't laugh. He didn't blink. He just stared at it under a magnifying lens, then walked it through every filter he had. "This paper's over 100 years old," he muttered. "This is a glass plate negative print. No digital tampering, no staging. Lighting's consistent. Shadows match." He looked at me, dead serious. "Whatever this is, it's not fake." Chapter 6. What's back there? I couldn't leave it alone. Back at the museum, I started going deeper, into the annex, into the stuff marked "Do Not Handle." There were boxes of bones that didn't match any known species. Topographic maps of the canyon with hand-drawn symbols and notes like, "Access sealed by order, 47C, do not breach." One document listed recovered specimens by code. Type A, reptilian, dormant, non-hostile. Type B, reptilian, reactive, migratory. Type C, unknowable. The whole thing felt like a catalog for something half forgotten, half feared. Then I found the box. Chapter 7, The Box. It was in a crate labeled uncatalogued, tucked behind some broken shelving. It wasn't old. Matte black, military, a modern pressure seal latch, no markings, no dust. I touched the lid. Something clicked inside. A soft hiss escaped, like it exhaled. I opened it. Inside was something small, metallic, curved. It looked like a tuning fork carved from obsidian and bone, laced with tiny copper veins that pulsed once with pale light. The air around it shifted. My skin went cold. And then my phone rang. Chapter 8. Run! Mr. Lyle's voice, hoarse, panicked. You opened it, didn't you? You opened the damn thing. Oh, God, you have to listen. You need to run. You need to... He never finished. The lights in the annex blew out, every bulb at once. A sound filled the museum, deep, rotating, like helicopter blades without the chopper. Out the window, light, blinding, white, silent. The last thing I saw before everything went black were figures in suits. Matte black. No faces, no insignias, moving fast, too fast. Then, a needle in my neck from a high-powered rifle. Darkness consumed me. Chapter 9. Below. I woke in a cavern, but it wasn't natural. The walls looked like carved sandstone and fossilized flesh, veined with something glowing faint blue. A slab beneath me. Metal warm to the touch. The air tasted sterile and metallic. Symbols etched in the ceiling. Spirals, claws, cities carved into rock faces. I tried to stand but couldn't. Footsteps echoed. They emerged from the dark, not quite human, wearing suits that looked grown, not made. Faces smooth like clay, just barely shaped into something familiar. They didn't speak with mouths. The echo is open. The first city wakes. You will host the signal. They placed the artifact against my chest. It pulsed. Everything changed. Chapter 10. Epilogue. The museum reopened 2 weeks later. No articles, no news, just a new exhibit. Recovered cultures of the Colorado Plateau. The night guard behind the desk looks like me. Same uniform, same smile. But his eyes don't blink. They shimmer. And late at night, if you stand close enough to the glass, you might hear something humming behind the exhibits. Like breath, like movement, like something waking up.